So Tom Reed here. I ran into this gentleman. Can't believe that I crossed paths with him. A lot of people have asked. Jesse, this is the guy you asked about. Your name, sir?
Kevin.
Kevin. And Kevin, how old are you?
Just turned 30 December 18th.
Okay. My name's Tom Reed. I upload these to YouTube on a channel I have in Detroit. I think you know about that already.
Sure.
You okay with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you grew up in...
I pretty much like bounced around. Like I've been down here, Southwest Detroit, total of 10 years. But I actually grew up in Ferndale. I stayed in New York for a while. Like my mom, she used to model, and well, anyway, long story short, my parents got divorced, and I was around about 4 years old. I went with her, and we went to New York, and so that's when she went back to school and everything. But we were staying with auntie, but we eventually ended up moving back here.
Okay. What type of jobs have you had in the past?
Well, everybody around here know me to be a paramedic. You know, my dad. Look, let me explain. Well, my dad's side of the family, everybody worked in the healthcare industry in one form or another. And I worked at Henry Ford, Maine, and started off as a porter, moved up to transportation. But while I was working transportation, I started going to school for my EMT basic. Now, you know, I did good on my clinicals and everything, and I was working on the truck for a while, but I hated it. And I went back and got my full-fledged paramedic, license, and that's, it was kind of a gift and a curse, actually.
Okay. So you're working now?
No.
Okay. Any drug or substance abuse problems yourself?
Suffice it to say, yeah.
Okay. All right. And Jesse, who I mentioned to you, has asked about you, and this is the first time we've crossed paths. She told me the story one time about you getting your hand crushed or something.
Yeah, about that. Well, you see, we're working now. Phalanges, everything's there, but no. It's this. Look, when I first came down here, it's this place there where I used to go and cop from, and I got real cool with the people, and I eventually started working for them. Now this happened a little while ago, but one day I was working the door and everything, and I didn't know it at the time, but obviously it was these two guys over there. They was trying to rob us, whatever. Now these motherfuckers had one of the girls, when I asked who is it, they had mentioned one of the girls' names, one of the working girls on the ad, and so I'm not thinking nothing of it, regular shit. I go to open the door, and all of a sudden, boom, they try to get through the door, and I try to eventually hurry up and close it, right? But this one big black guy, he had kind of put a fucking baseball bat right there in between the door and everything, so I wasn't able to close it. Then they just bum rushed their way through and hit me with the bat or whatever. I fell to the ground. But anyway, the consequences from that, well, I got jumped by a couple of the guys or whatever, and one of the guys, he took out a sledgehammer and had me laying down on the ground, and he said, "Stand still, put your hand out." I'm like, "What?" And he said, "It's either that or your head." So I had to make a decision, and took the sledgehammer, and at first I tried to block it with my left hand. That was a mistake, because that ended up breaking my wrist, and then I had to go through with it. So I stood there with my hand,
Yep,
laid on the ground steady, and that's when he proceeded to break my hand with the sledgehammer.
all right.
It's consequence from that action.
How long did it take for your hand to get functional again?
Well, technically it takes anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, but me being out here, me having support my having there, so I ended up taking the cast off after about 3 weeks, and I had it's hard to work when you got broken metacarpals and everything, but You know, and actually I kind of like used that, me having the cast, I kind of used that to my advantage and whatever, but I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, I just had to work through the pain, you know, and obviously got a substance abuse problem, and so the drugs did help with the pain or whatever, so yeah. I mean, but it wasn't easy. I mean, you can't imagine what the fuck it's like. I mean, not being able to use both of your hands. I mean, you know.
Oh, I know.
So, but luckily I do got friends around here, you know, so, you know, they help me, you know, with, you know, some of the basic things I need. I mean, it's, you know, it's kind of embarrassing or whatever, but whatever.
So you remember Jessie?
Absolutely, I
You
miss
got
her.
anything to say to her?
Wow.
She's gonna watch this.
Hey, what's up, kiddo? As you can see, unfortunately, nothing is too much changed. I mean, I miss you so much, and I've heard that you are doing good. You had a kid now, and that's fucking amazing, man. I mean,
So you're happy for her?
I'm more than happy for it. I mean, I know, girl or boy, I know your kid is beautiful and healthy, and I mean,
She's got a YouTube channel.
does she?
Yeah, Dead Love 28. Jessie Dunn.
Jesse, I will be watching that goddamn YouTube channel today. I'm gonna get whatever little information I can or whatever. I'm gonna try to Facebook you, and for the most part, I'm okay. Well, I'm okay relatively. So I do have got a big problem though that I am dealing with right now. I don't know if you guys know what it's called endocarditis.
Heart inflammation?
Yeah. You know, your heart has 4 valves, and 2 of my valves are infected. It got vegetation growing on both valves of my heart, and while I checked myself in to the hospital, I left AMA, but they was pumping me full of vancomycin and everything, and I got the infection out of my bloodstream or whatever, but the infection is still there, and I'm pretty sure you're wondering why don't I, because they want me to do 6 weeks of antibiotics, you know, at a nursing home or whatever, and this is a serious condition, and they even mentioned heart surgery, but they can't perform the surgery because they have to, you know, they obviously said my body is too weak to undergo the surgery right now. I have to.
All right, well,
It's
I'll let the people know about that, so you could use a little help.
Yeah, but I don't want to impose on anyone. You know, I put myself in this position. You know, and listen. Yes, I know the whole stigma between, you know, your average drug addict or whatever, but listen, I'm a nice guy, and I've done so much in my time being here to save lives. I mean, like, you probably think I'm lying, but me and my friend, before, like 10 minutes before, hey, you would know, like, the guy that just OD'd, you know, when we was on our way here, I saved that guy's life before, and just last night, and I swear you can ask my friend, just last night, and they woke me up. I was dope sick as hell. They woke me up, and I just had to save another guy's life. I'm not gonna mention his name, but it's another guy who I've known for years. They, you know, they woke me up. They hit him with 2 Narcans, and 2 Narcans didn't work. He was still, you know what I'm saying, he was still ODing, and they got me up, and I performed CPR, hit a couple pressure points. I did my little process, what I do or whatever, and I got him back. And that will be the 3rd time that I had to bring this kid back. You know, nobody can be fully fucking content with living out here and living in this lifestyle. I don't care who you are, and if you are content, that's pretty fucked up person. But you know, at the same time, though, the people who are out here, you know, within my circle or whatever, we all have family and everything, but we kind of like built the family with each other, you know. I mean, summer, winter, fall, I mean, Christmas, birthdays, we are around each other every day. We survive every fucking day. And you know, I mean, yeah, we make money, but we, to support our habit and everything. But I mean, we not around here for the most part. We're not around here breaking in people's houses, breaking in cars and shit. I mean, there are exceptional few who do be on a lot of bullshit like that. But for the most part, I mean, we take care of each other. We hold each other down, man. And do I regret? Do I regret everything? Like, me being homeless, me being out here and all that. I mean, of course I do, but at the same time, though, I'm in a position right now where, I'm just living. I've been doing this for way too long. It's been almost a fucking decade, almost a full 10 years, man. I've been doing this. I just turned 30 years old. I pretty much completely wasted away my 20s, and I have no kids, no felonies. So it's like, yeah, what the fuck are you still doing out here, man? Why won't you, go get a job or go back to school and all that? I'm pretty sure everybody heard it before. You're not ready until you're ready. Yeah, you can go to rehab, but it's all the same repetitive bullshit that you hear. You can go to rehab and all that, but it only works for very few. I mean, you're gonna quit when you're ready to quit. I mean, what drugs do for me, I mean, because primarily I'm a heroin user. I use it intravenously, and what it does for me, it gives me a piece of mind, a piece of solace, and it calms me down. I mean, I don't have no fucking sob story. I come from a very, very good family. I was given every opportunity in the world, and it was my fault what I chose to do or didn't do with it or whatever. But I mean, my relationship with drugs and all this is because I like the way they make me feel. Simple as that. And I kind of like overindulged into narcotics and stuff, and just just doing too much. But it wasn't like I had a bad childhood, or I used to get beat, or some sob story like that. No, I do drugs because I like the way they make me feel. It brings a certain sense of peace for me, and that is why that's the only logical reason why I can see anybody being out here dealing with all this shit. It has to be something, and narcotics is the one thing that brings all. That's the one thing that brings us all together. It's different walks of life. Saying, like, it's like 30 of us, down there, and like we all from different walks of life, whether it be, economically or race or whatever, but we all share this one thing in common, and drugs is it. And whether you watching this and you looking at it as a positive or a negative, I mean, that's for the person who's watching. That's their own perception. That's their decision whether they think it's it's all bad. And it can get really bad, but it ain't all bad. But it ain't all good neither.
All right.
So.
Well, you got any questions for me?
I got any questions? No, I don't have any questions.
All right, man. Thank you for the interview. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And for anybody who will watch this, my name is Kevin, and I'm happy to be able to share and commiserate and tell you a bit of my little life story. I hope I didn't bore you too much.
No, you didn't bore me.
And
thank you, Kevin.
no problem.